is that how you say it?
That Legwin,
Legwin.
I think.
Great.
Sorry to her family if I
Yes.
got it wrong.
And if you were here on the stream, you saw that we have announced the release window.
I'm currently
for
watching
Stellaris Console
Stellaris
Edition.
stream.
And if you
Cool
want to know
trailer.
this, you should go and check it out youtube.com/Paradox Interactive.
Lagoon.
Yeah. That's a nice looking trailer. I have
It
not
is.
seen it before.
Haven't you? Oh, I mean, I see all the trailers every week, so I'm pretty happy about all the trailers we do. But yeah. So, let's get back into Stellaris 2.2,
Alright.
which is not console edition.
Nope.
Okay, so it's not everything.
So, have
Right.
we released today's Step Diary?
Yes, we have. It's about new technologies and like change technologies in 2.2, and you can also have penal colonies
Ooh,
and tourist worlds.
very cool.
So they're pretty cool.
I have not had time to check that out yet.
Yes,
Because I've been working on another Stellaris thing.
Yeah, that other one was Stellaris.
Yeah, the other one Stellaris thing.
Yeah. And I guess now we'll be playing some hot code.
Hot code.
Good old hot code.
Good old hot code. I've missed this.
You missed the hot code?
Yeah, I've missed the hot code.
Tired of cold codes? Warmed over code?
Oh yeah, the green on my shirt is see-through.
Yep.
Whatever.
The sheriff's very far down. Oh well.
No, it's good. It looks like I'm taller than you for
Yeah,
once.
which is of course how it is in reality.
Yeah, no, I'm super tall.
Hundreds of meters.
Yeah. I actually can't fit in this room, which is why I'm sitting down.
Yeah. It just makes sense when you think about it. Okay, so it was 2 weeks ago, and I'm trying to remember. I believe that we found a lot of resources.
Yes, a lot of modes, I believe.
Yes.
They're just
New
continuing their game.
fertilizer, which organizes things by sector.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And we have trade.
Do you know?
I don't like how long it took for that shit.
Connect to the trade network.
Yep. So it's actually not sure if it's collecting any trade right now. Still,
It should from.
let's see. It's okay. It's got 0.2 trade. We'll send those amazing 0.2 trade over.
Yeah.
So yep. It's pretty simple. You basically choose the starbase that you want to send trade from. And you choose starbase that you want to send trade to, and then you make a route. And then there's a route.
Yeah.
And now trade is moving from Excelsior to Exodor, meaning it will arrive here.
I do have two of the settlements relevant.
Along the new trade road,
Yeah, there's
always be
immediately pirates.
Just not sure if this is lost.
You can prevent that by having some like protection, which we are going to do. So I am going to construct a missile battery, which increases the protection range and protection power of the starbase, so it can stop the trade from being stolen here. Although right now it's not really worth it, so I'm mostly doing it for demonstration purposes. Having 0.2 trade stolen is... Oh, we had a tree. And we have amoebas. Making our site test.
So that gives missile batteries an additional strategic layer on top of just empowering your starbase.
Essentially the way it works is you need trade hubs to collect trade. And for every trade hub you can collect trade one system away. And you need defensive modules to protect trade. And for every defensive module you can increase the amount of trade you can protect and how far away. You can also protect trade by patrolling with fleets, which is the only way to actually reduce piracy.
Oh, I like just got here to know.
Basically what Starbase uses to protect a certain amount of trade the pirates can take coming with armed escorts.
Yeah.
And there will be a patrol order which isn't done yet, so otherwise I would call it a patrol between these two in order to deal with the pirates.
Finish level 3, bitch.
Right.
Gold tower's fine.
Analyze this yet. I don't think so. Alright, we don't have the resources.
So when is Stellaris getting VR? I can
That's a
be
good question. When is
pretty
Stellaris getting VR?
confident in saying probably never.
That seems like a shocking conclusion.
Knowing Shams,
I am somewhat shocked by this conclusion.
yeah, knowing Shams' feelings on AI, or AI on VR.
On AI.
Yeah, on
What-
AI.
what
On
would
AI
Shams-
is dumb. No, on VR, I could pretty clearly
There it is.
state that
Uh-oh.
we will not.
And here we have the new pirate system, which in the form of... So
New
because
pirate
we had
system.
pirates there, they're not... I don't think they're really supposed to spawn on stealing like 0.2 trade. Actually, let's see how much they're stealing. Right trade map mode. They are stealing.
All
Yeah,
of the trade.
they're stealing 0.2 trades. So they're based on so the way it works is that pirates will now, instead of just arbitrarily spawning outside your empire and attack you, they will spawn in systems where they have stolen a lot of goods. And in this case, they probably shouldn't be spawning from stealing 0.2 trade,
No.
but it's an idea of how it will work. Pirate fleets aren't just something that appears out of nowhere. It's something that happens if they get like powerful and wealthy enough that they feel
19,
confident
dude,
enough
what
to
the
attack you.
fuck?
So if you had
At your service.
no trade routes, you had no trading hubs,
You would not
nothing.
get any pirates because there would be nothing for them to steal.
You would also be losing out on a lot of money, but you wouldn't get
course.
any pirates.
That is correct.
And I just want to say that not only is this on Hopcode, there's also on
I need to be able to start
save
trading
is
with him.
2 weeks old, and that might not sound like a lot to the people viewing,
Azray.
but 2 weeks in development is
There-
a long
A lot
time.
has happened in those 2 weeks. Let's just put it
So
like that.
things might be a little bit wonky. That
Surprised
shouldn't
they're not
happen.
officially
We are
warned.
still in development. Stop whining.
Okay.
So we have a question here about the reworking of achievements. The user in question, who I will leave them anonymous to protect their identity. Claims that some of them fell irrelevant or unrelevant, which is not a word, after some patches.
But
Is there any plan to go back and look at some of the achievements, maybe retool them a bit?
that seems like a very vague question.
Yeah.
Maybe this extremely anonymous person could mention which specific achievements they're talking about.
Yes, or maybe they could go to the forums where they could get an even better answer. Words. I'm semi-good with them.
I mean, we're going to change some achievements based on the fact that the mechanics will be changing. Like some achievements will have to change because they were based on old mechanics that don't exist anymore. But I don't think we have any major revamps planned other than that.
I'm trying.
There are rumors of a dev clash. Care to comment?
I don't know what
My
you're
comment
talking about.
is yes.
Evidently.
There are rumors about a dev clash.
Yes.
So you gonna make any decisions?
No, it's mostly looking. I have some new decisions in here where you can deal with population problems. You can actually have population controls, which stops all growth on the planet. That's a bunch of immigration.
Jesus Christ.
And you can expel excess population, which is if you're overcrowded, you can expel some of the pops and become
Ah.
refugees.
That's interesting.
Yes, and all of this is controlled from a policy.
Hmm.
So we're adding a few more policies, especially to tie them into the faction system more
Mm-hmm.
and make their demands clearer. Which is the thing I talked about in the faction dev diary. Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet, I'm having to get reoriented with what I was doing
That's fine.
when we were last playing.
I'm just looking for any good questions.
Yes.
A lot of them I know I can't answer, so if we're not answering your questions, it might not be because we haven't seen them. It might just be because we can't answer them.
Or it might be because we don't like you.
I mean, yeah, sure, absolutely. If I saw, for example, you know, the letter C or someone,
Oh my god.
like a
if
weird
you-
name,
No,
I would not answer that question.
you should never answer any questions asked by the letter C. It won't end well.
Like release date?
Alright. So, we should pick an ascension perk.
Oh, do you have any?
I mean, Stellar Dominion is always good. We'd let it expand faster. Imperial Prerogative is really strong now. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna have to nerf it.
So, will you do a quick recap on what administrative cap does?
Yeah, sure. So, first I'm actually just gonna take it Stellar Dominion, but I'll talk about the administrative cap. So, administrative cap is the old system would have it for every colony and every system. Basically, you would get technology and unity penalties. And we have actually turned this into a system that's exposed for the player. We have something called empire size. It comes from districts, it comes from colonies, it comes from number
I don't
systems.
have a fucking
Mhm.
choice.
And if your empire size is over your administrative cap, you will get penalties.
That's why I had that there.
And most of the time, you're supposed to be over your cap. You will
Yeah.
never have enough cap to just expand across the entire galaxy. The idea, though, is that if you're, for instance, playing tall and you focus a bunch on admin cap, and you have a small, compact empire, you may be able to avoid penalties altogether, instead of just getting lower penalties. And also that you'll understand when you'll be getting penalties. But it's not something where, you're done something bad if you go
Mhm.
over your administrative cap. That's why we don't have it go red or whatever, for example. And I'm actually thinking of changing those numbers to yellow. Because here's sort of a funny thing, where we expose this information,
Mhm.
and suddenly lots of people playing Stellaris internally are coming and complaining about the penalties.
Yeah.
Not because they didn't exist before, because they did, but now they can see them.
Yeah.
And they're like, how can I avoid going over my empire cap? How can I avoid getting penalties? And I'm
And
like,
you're
no,
not supposed to.
you're supposed to get these penalties, because otherwise you would just have insane snowballing with technology and so on when you grow. But it's a little bit of a psychological thing where I agree. Having this tooltip blare red numbers at you doesn't feel very good.
Yep.
So I'm
No.
probably gonna see about changing them to yellow.
I think it's
This is-
that's
this
a
is
good
game
decision.
design.
This is game design. Implement something, have people complain, figure out what the actual problem is.
A lot of it is just like pure psychology and trying
Yeah.
to figure out what will trigger a particular part of like a player's brain.
Do we have any psychology majors at Paradox? We should.
Probably. I mean, we have like nuclear physicists and things like that. I'm sure there's at least one psychology major. I think we can encourage planetary growth like that.
Embrace negative modifiers. Yes, Groogy, indeed. Overflow negatively so it becomes positive. Yes.
I definitely didn't click anything there.
Oh, I had my head turned.
Yeah, you did. But so you missed it.
Yep, okay, I will have to rewatch the VOD when it's on youtube.com/Paradox.
Quick strategy. All right. Let's see about expanding a bit more. I think we should see about getting. I keep thinking. Basically, I keep thinking I'm gonna click the spaceport because even though I played a lot of the new version, there's still these things that are just
So ingrained in...
so ingrained.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
I should get another scientist very soon.
I missed
Four
the
places,
name,
so-
but they had a brilliant solution for solving the color problem. Just make stars
I'm
monochrome.
dealing with them.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds fine.
Yeah, let's do it.
I see no problem with this. Need more alloys. Need more of everything. Except minerals, actually. We're pretty okay on minerals right now.
You said we need more allies. Have we
No, alloys.
Alloys.
We're not in the allying type.
No,
We're
I
the-
was very confused.
We're more of the alloying type.
It's been 18 years. We haven't found a single other empire. We do need more allies, though. I don't think
And
we're
we need some more jobs.
xenophile.
What do we need more? We definitely need more energy, essentially. Build a generator district. We're good on housing. We're good on food. We're good on minerals.
Live or die.
Wait.
Yes.
So basically, this is a lot of like puzzle is figuring out the employment. I know I'm gonna get another building slot, but it's gonna be a while before I get there. So we're gonna have to build some districts.
Yep.
I think I will build this.
Like, that's not
in order
right.
to get another city district. Because there's a lot of like city districts give jobs as well.
Mhm.
And in the long term, we're going to want to turn our capital into a pretty urbanized planet to get the bonuses from that.
Yep.
But right now, you want the regular district, so yeah, resource production, avoiding unemployment, just generally
Yeah.
making sure you make the maximum use of your population. And then later you can change it into a different kind of planet.
I tend to go pretty high on city districts because they give amenities.
That's true. Well, they give a little bit of amenities.
Wow.
Two for the
6.
Yeah.
Well, depends on if you have prosperity or not, in all fairness.
Yeah, I think in the game I'm currently playing, I have prosperity because I'm playing on fastest.
There is a skeleton.
3.
On
always
you.
play fastest to pause.
It's
Yeah.
Random.
Yeah, that's...
No. Fastest, no pausing.
Wow.
I'm.
I guess this explains why you're not very good at the game.
I'm not good at video games. Period.
That's fair.
No.
I kinda wanna
I
just
play
murder
fast
them.
and pause.
Karak,
But when I'm like
Zorn
just, you know,
owns the
chillaxing,
one
maxing all cool,
Yes.
shooting the
Grippers
b-ball
over the
in
fuck over
Stellaris
there, but they
school,
do have to die.
I do
Really?
I do play a lot. I do pause a lot less than if I'm trying to min max.
Or you could play at slowest.
Yeah, I mean that's like, let's spend 2 weeks on this and get to 2219.
Yeah, maybe not. I like fast.
Yeah,
I think I play so much multiplayer, I'm used to playing without pausing much.
Mm.
And unlike you, I'm not bad at the game. I don't try
No.
to play at fastest, not pause.
I mean, yeah, if I'm playing seriously, obviously I'm not playing fastest, no pausing.
Yeah, I getcha.
It was most, because like the most I've been playing of the last 6 months have been like, I'm playing to learn to figure out the new mechanics, and so there's no need for me to pause because I'm not gonna like.
I
take
really
this
want to
down
help
to-
it, but I'm just gonna take
I'm
some
also taking
fucking
a vision
saving.
bug, which I will look at later. It's showing the wrong number of pops required for. This should be 5 and this should be 35.
Hmm.
So I will look at that once I'm done with the stream. Okay. Yeah, not too much happening at the moment. It's more
Fucking
like just
consistent
expanding
hero
and seeing where we can get. We're hoping to get a little further with this campaign, but you know,
Yeah.
Office Plague.
Office Plague, indeed. It's going around. When autumn comes to Sweden, people, including myself, tend to forget that you need to retool into winter gear. Well,
Yeah.
autumn gear.
Well, there's that, but mainly just that all the kids are starting at like preschool and so on.
Oh, that.
And you know, half the office have small children, so we're essentially exposed to like
Bacteria factories.
50 different little virus factories.
Oh well.
Oh well,
Yeah.
what can you do?
Well, a question here from
National loyalty.
DM Salzach.
goodness.
What's the difference between consumer goods and luxury goods? So consumer goods is one of the new.
Yeah, so luxury goods are gone.
Luxury goods are gone.
We rethemed luxury goods back into consumer goods because we wanted to be able to use them in the production of like research and so on. So consumer goods are both used by a population, not factory, and your culture workers and researchers and so on need it in order to produce basically like intellectual stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's both used for these things, and generally you need a lot of consumer goods if you want to be a like cultural and technological powerhouse, and also if you want your citizens to have a good life.
Yes.
Not know that we could consider distributing some consumer goods on our planet. I'm gonna go for more physics research. Because our amenities aren't looking great. And this is called distribute luxury goods, even though it's consumer goods, because consumer goods, as you can see in the description, represent the various gadgets, luxuries, and goods necessary to give your pops a good life. Essentially,
Yes.
they are luxury goods as well.
Yeah.
Now we have a blinged tentacle.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so we got the odd factory, which has been reworked into, I believe, a planetary feature. You can see the odd factory here.
Hmm.
And it gives an odd factory worker job, which produces 4 alloys.
That's pretty good.
It still suits our needs.
Yeah.
Just because an entire pop went missing is no reason to shut down this factory.
So how much does a metallurgist
2.
create? So that's twice as effective and costs.
I think costs no minerals by the
Costs
looks
no
of it.
minerals.
That's really powerful, actually. Okay, so apparently it's full of traps.
It's still really good though.
We'll secure the location. You
Yeah.
seem like the kind of people who would secure a location.
It makes 4 alloys out of nothing, out of air.
We need to secure those alloys.
Yeah. And I mean, it is an odd factory.
It is pretty odd, I'll guarantee that.
Get the things.
It makes alloys out of time and space.
Must spread our own corruption.
now we can show a thing where
One more
we have
turn
some
and
trade value
we
here.
take slap.
Because our store base only has one collection range, it actually can't reach this to collect.
Kill no
So the
birds.
collection range, is that based on...
The number of trading hubs. By default, as
Two,
long
Like,
as
sorry,
three, four,
is that
five,
based on
6,
the
7,
hyperlanes?
8.
so one collection range is one hyper jump away, just
Yeah.
much like sensors and so on.
So base, if you have one, it will take from one
Yep.
around you.
So essentially, it can collect in itself, which of course the default. It can
Yeah.
always.
Oh, they're
collect
actually
itself.
ahead of me.
It can
What
collect
the
here,
fuck?
It can collect there, and it can collect here.
I'm
Now,
adding
if I
29.
create
How is
another
this
trading
bitch
hub,
ahead of me so much,
It
dude?
would also be able to collect here and here and so on.
Mhm.
And since this means
That's
we
why I'm
can
like concerned if I
here,
fucking lost.
um,
I need. She's so far away.
joining system.
What the fuck am I gonna do for that cunt Tyrion, yo? Look
We
at
do not,
this.
so we don't really need.
I'm
a
just
trade
gonna
hub. So I am gonna
and then
select this
make,
window
like,
and build a
35
battery
a turn.
instead, or a missile battery.
Well, there you go.
after all this shit. It's actually
And if
several
we had
fucking
hangar
places.
base, we could protect our
If I can
trade
kill all the
window.
green skin cunts, I should be okay. And then I'll have consistent trade. If I can get this third one, I think that'll
I think we
signify it.
answered this last
My
time,
shit.
but let's reiterate.
What?
You've changed Ring World to be one big planet now instead of four sections.
no.
No.
We did not change
Okay.
that.
Did not change it. Sorry.
They are larger now. They are 50. Oh,
That's
something isn't right.
oof. 1K. Not
Yeah,
too
I
bad.
think that's just a one.
You smell of fear. Should I kill count you?
And we have countered someone. And
No.
also this infinity machine power.
How fucking dare you?
A lot of stuff.
I see a lot of questions about Gestalt consciousness, and we are not going to be answering them today, but we might in a future video or a future stream. So keep them for then.
Yep.
Hmm.
We did make a dev diary on a lot of the Gestalt consciousness things. So I think if it's more a general question, then you can just go read back on the dev diaries.
Yes, I believe the question was how Gestalt work now.
Well, in that case, there's the dev diary specifically for how Gestalt work now. I don't remember the number, but
Storm vermin.
it's one of the
attend
planetary
me.
rework ones. So just look back for part 4, the planetary rework ones, and you will get the answer to how works
Taste battle.
Gestalt consciousness.
Good.
What was that little
I
part
have
that
another
said?
question, which I don't know the answer to. Ship upkeep.
Yep.
Yes.
What is that based on now? What?
Vortex Winds, Grace, Shooter, Startling,
it uses-
Arch.
Based on the
Yes.
components, I'll show you in a
Ooh.
moment.
Okay.
The
Missile
ritual
battery.
is underway.
Yes.
Even
and-
working together, it will take your
Designer.
greatest adept some time
It's
to complete.
complicated. is what
So you
it
can
says.
see
Such is the
that
ritual's power that
these
the
components
great
cost
vortex
alloys.
itself
What that means is
distorts
that they
under
will
its
add
pull.
alloy upkeep. Everything adds energy upkeep
Mhm.
to the
Be
ship,
wary,
and
though,
they
for
will also
while the
add the
vortex is
upkeep of
weakened,
the component
forces
of the
chaos
resource
will
you use to
slip
build
into
them.
this world.
Okay.
So in our case, all ships
Ready
use
your
energy
defenses,
and
or they will
alloys.
doubtless
But there's
be
some
drawn to
components
the
that use
ritual's
other
power.
resources like dark matter or exotic gases or rare crystals. In
The
which
skin
then
will
if you
lay
add
the
components with
truths.
those, they will also have an upkeep, essentially representing maintaining and replacing
It's
some
normal
of the
shit.
ships.
They'll just keep saying
Okay.
it.
So it entirely depends on how you design your fleets and what kind of like advanced weaponry you want to be able to use and in what quantities.
Det är det du
Okay.
Jesus coming.
Hmm.
And of course, right now ships only cost minerals to upgrade, but that's not going to be a release. That's something just a part of the economy system we haven't gotten around to reworking yet.
Yep.
Go.
What? On one command. All tales are mine.
If you want to know more about the resources, I believe there's been a dev diary that was talking about the resources.
Yes.
And so you can go and check that out on forum.paradoxplaza.com.
Indeed. Like there were 4 entire dev diaries about the planetary rework covering a lot of resource-related things. So
All right. There
if you
go.
haven't read those and you're asking questions, you really should go read those. They're not entirely accurate anymore because we redesigned something. But
Yeah.
in broad strokes, they are accurate.
It should give you a good understanding of
Go, go, go.
what we're aiming for.
Indeed.
we have a lot of streams between now and the release of 2.2, so there's going to be a lot of time for you to see exactly how things work.
Fascinating creatures. Yeah, I was pretty sure it's based on Nemo over there. I can generally tell what it is nowadays based on the exact military power. Okay, let's see. Oh, we have an alien crew. What do you think?
Oh.
Should we help them? Should we let them perish?
What kind of vampire are we? I forgot.
I mean, we're jerks, but we're not jerks like...
We're authoritarian. They
We're
are our
authoritarian
people.
materialist.
They are our people. We need to help them.
I don't think they're our people, but
Oh,
they're aliens, actually. Oh, they're elves.
they're elves. The free tribes of Magyar. They look like
And he immediately closed the... Oh, the Democratic Crusaders. I want them.
whoops.
Okay.
Fire tribes of Magyar.
Oh,
Happy
fire,
motherfuckers.
not the free
By the
tribes.
No,
door, but not directly in
That's
front of the door.
very different.
These bitches.
Yeah, I'm
need to
free
be
tribe.
in front of the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're gonna do
I mean, that would be the
is focus
very
everything.
different. In fact, it would be the polar opposite of the free tribes.
I think it says it.
Okay.
Okay, so we found the first other empire, and they're over here. Meaning, if I was cared a lot about this campaign, I would very quickly go and lock down this whole cluster to get the Infinity Machine for myself.
It's 5 trade power in that system there. That chart.
Yep.
And 7 energy.
I want to clear out this because there's 7 trade value.
Oh, that's really good. I
And
didn't
now you can
realize.
see that this trade valley is in fact being collected. And so on.
There you go.
So now this trade hub is receiving
Yeah. I've decided to start going differently about
trade hub is receiving 2.7
how
trade
to-
long. And there are no pirates
Yeah.
because our modules are preventing them from shooting missiles at all the pirates.
That's really good. I didn't realize that they did that. I'm gonna need to change how I play.
Yeah, and if you have more defensive modules, the protection range increases. So a fully outfitted citadel can protect a huge area.
Damn, that's awesome.
But it only protects up to a certain amount. So if you have a trade route
Jesus
with
Christ,
very
there's so
extended
fucking
value,
many.
you're probably gonna explode.
Okay.
I'm gonna make the entire stream chat cry.
Oh, no.
Just don't have time for this. Listen, didn't have time for it.
Will people be able to mod trade routes so that you can see ships traveling between them like this living systems mod?
That's kind of outside. I mean, you could do it with the, I guess with the, you could probably detect where the routes are,
Yeah.
but to build a whole system out of that would be outside the range of modding. It would be a super cool thing. I would love to do it.
Yeah.
Just no promises on whether we will.
I think the living systems mod creator can probably figure something out.
Yeah, it should
It's an
be.
impressive mod.
Yeah, I mean, you can just look for one star base with a module, with a trade route, and send it to another targeted trade route.
Yeah. It's one click. You have time.
No time. Listen, I wanted to click the option of ignoring ignoring that for the first time ever. I have never clicked it before.
Oh. Yeah, I usually never click to ignore anything.
I've occasionally clicked to ignore the zoo collection line because when I know that it's gonna end up
Oh, you guys are gonna get
requiring
overpowered
multiple
so
of the
fast.
animals and so on. That's so fun.
No.
True, that's-
You guys are fucking running, and you're not doing that.
But yeah, no, same otherwise.
Yes, edicts and policies are now in
Oxymoron.
different menus.
Yes, they have been flipped.
What more?
Especially, at least policies, which
Yeah.
we want to be able to fit more policies, and it was already kind of nightmare, so
What, you don't like sliders?
I love that.
Yeah, so why aren't you putting everything in? Sorry.
You know what, right? You're right. Instead of having options, we just have one slider.
Yeah,
And the policies is few or lots.
yeah. It's a slider that goes from on off.
No, it goes from few policies to lots policies.
Oh, okay. It's a good slider.
Just forget all the like individual options, just one slider.
No customization. We look. We want to make this an easy to get into game. So it's sliders. with
They already break
full
through?
of
Holy
buttons.
shit.
It's very
Actually,
gradual.
no, I should get robots. Should they work?
Where the fucking Crocs are yours?
Go.
I mean, I did see them.
Final calls right now. All the important things will appear as little notifiers here. We should colonize something.
So on the greeting event, when you meet another empire, will there be any effect from the answer you pick? And the answer is not in 2.2.
Perhaps
In the
one day.
future, maybe one day.
Maybe.
Guide us, Horned One.
Are anomaly survey detection going to be the same? It is to my understanding that when a system is surveyed by another empire, AI or player, if you don't survey it, you won't be able to find anomalies.
That is correct, and there is.
They
very
spawned and died.
probably damage.
Because I put them right in the fire and I didn't know I did.
Completely.
That's funny, but I mean, oh well.
The problem is, if two people can detect on the same planet, and one of them locates like the resource, let's say they find 10 minerals,
Yeah.
and then another comes by and finds an anomaly, changes the resource, then suddenly you can end up with resource in your space changing without warning. You might
Yeah.
have a mining station on the planet and suddenly have an engineering deposit instead of minerals, and there's a lot of issues like that. It doesn't work, and I don't see that it's something we would honestly ever change in Star Wars 1.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we should get. Domination.
Okay. So Life Seeded asked if the Stellaris console edition, will be playing on Stellaris 2.2, and it will not.
No.
I believe it's on 1.7 on
Yes.
release.
Mighty Warlord, Mimi.
I do have time to watch the movie. In fact, I just don't have time to do something irrelevant like
Absolutely.
Yes.
defend the commission.
So you were talking about a new patrol function for trade trade routes. So how does that work? Will it have a fleet patrol along trade route, or
So the way it will work is that you basically give your fleet an order to patrol a particular trade route, and they will go back and forth and fleet reduce piracy in any system they're currently in. So they will go through,
It's
reduce
okay, it's
piracy,
okay.
come back, etc. The order is essentially just to keep moving back and forth along the route, but it works just as well if you are manually patrolling. That's the gist of it.
I like the micro. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Yes, fight, kill.
So much good value over here.
Yeah.
Don't let them live. There's 3 left.
There you go. Might makes right.
Yeah, of course. What else would?
Exactly.
Jesus
No
Christ.
rhymes with right.
Cut down, yo.
Fight,
Which that's not.
which comes when when you use might to make right.
Yeah, but fight makes right. I don't think that's correct.
No, but might makes right via fight. It's not grammatically correct, but I like it.
But it is terrible.
It's
Just
not
like
grammatically
you.
correct, but it is terrible. Oh my god, wow.
Sorry.
That's harsh.
Yeah. In that particular case, though, harsh but fair.
You know what? Yes.
Very good. Quickly, efficiently.
So,
Death. Across the
Games
board.
Twitch 88 asks, crime isn't a big issue in this playthrough yet. When does it really start kicking in?
I mean, it depends. So far, we don't really have any crime, but it also has to do with having a good ruler and so on.
Yeah.
But it mostly starts kicking in either if your population is unhappy, like for instance you have a lot of slaves,
Yep.
or if your population starts getting big. It's different. You have to deal with different amounts depending on like what your empire looks like. It might never be a worry if you're focusing a lot on keeping your population happy, not having the most densely populated ones ever, or if you have police. But yeah, hard to say. But it's definitely
Oh, lost the leader.
let me guess, Marauders.
Another victory!
But it's definitely been an issue in playthroughs. Like people have told me about the crime syndicate taking over their planets
Banner.
and so on.
Oh no. That's awesome.
Actually, I guess we could just, if people want to see an idea of what it might be a little bit like, you know what? You're not allowed to work as a police anymore. I'm firing all the police.
Okay. Still 0% crime.
No,
20%.
no, I just need a flip
Yeah,
time.
sorry.
Steal everything!
So now I am an unemployed police officer. It's very sad.
Yeah. Okay.
Knows I dominate.
First of all, you have some ways to like, yeah, the numbers here are wacky, but you know, non-final numbers and all that.
Mhm.
But you actually have some special decisions when crime happens. So, for instance, you can.
Just threw in.
Anyway, you can choose to
Jesus
negotiate with
Christ.
landlords, strike a deal with them. You can launch an anti-crime campaign, and there's various crime events. These numbers are wacky, so I'm gonna
Murder
skip
him,
them,
bitches,
but
you know.
you get the idea. Is that there's different ways to deal with the crime. In this particular case, I guess since I outlawed all the police, it
Yeah.
would be pretty logical that I negotiate with the crime lords. Yes, who is going to enforce the fact that being a cop is now illegal? That is the army, okay? The army.
Yeah.
I honestly don't even care for that.
That's a very good point.
Demolish.
That is a very good point.
No cops. Damn, how do we enforce this? Just noticed someone has spilled something on his keyboard. Why do people... I was gonna say, why do people bring open containers into my studio? I see Martin
Yep.
sitting here with
Yes,
glass.
yes.
In the first
Slaves work, then die.
and also
Bring a bottle
seems like a bad idea.
with a lid.
Yeah, bring me a bottle with a lid.
No.
I appreciate the offer.
No, we won't ban people for asking when the release date is. We just won't tell you.
Yeah, we just won't answer.
Yeah.
I can announce though, it's not gonna be in 2024.
It's not gonna be in 2024.
I think.
Sweet.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Leaked information.
So it's coming out 2025 then.
Hurry and post it on Reddit for all that karma.
Blondie promoting drinking on the show. No, I was against drinking. It's Martin that wants to drink water.
I am in fact pro water. I do like drinking water. I'm not sure why you're coming out with the position of being against drinking water,
Ye-
but I feel it's a little too radical for
Look,
me.
it tastes bad. I like soda. You know, as quite a hefty guy, I shouldn't say that because I think people will believe me. I drink a lot of water. Colony development speed is a nice tech.
Yep.
I like it.
Unknown Skaven clan. Hello? Is that a fucking mammoth?
So
Oh,
if I
God.
nerve staple all my slaves. Will they produce any crime?
That could be a bad time.
Nope, there you go.
They will not.
'Cause they will be very happy.
They will be. Well, no.
Well,
They won't be happy. They just will be sad.
yeah. Which, God,
You have 3 heroes.
That is depression.
There is
so-
nothing. They are nothing.
Oh my god, dude, they're so outnumbered. Ancient Stegadon. That could be a fucking problem.
A question about Oi 4.
Oh,
I think
shit.
you should go back to yesterday and ask questions about Oi
Who
4.
dares challenge me?
Oh, this gives me a chance
Time
to
for
look
things
at.
to
I
die.
believe the enclaves have changed now.
Yes.
So the trader enclave. Previously, they would trade for like minerals and food and all that, but obviously that's kind of redundant now that you have the market. So what they do instead is that each one is specialized in selling a particular kind of rare resource,
Mm-hmm.
like exotic gases and whatnot. and they sell it at a pretty good price. So you can buy, 5 exotic gases for 50 energy credits per month, for instance. And they can also that did take it back. And if you have 50 opinion with them, they can give you a special governor with trade-related traits, so you can get leaders from them.
Interesting.
Also, you can build a special starbase building if you control their systems, very much like the others.
OX Lightyear, this is Stellaris. You should see it below the stream, even if you're on Mixer.
Wait, what is this game again?
I don't know. I've never seen it before. It's new to me. Tis new to you. I need to watch The Tempest.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have enough Shakespeare in my life.
That's fair.
Okay, I thought I fucking selected them anyway.
That's right now.
There we go.
We need more alloy production.
So here we have a question for something that is unlikely to come in 2.2, but maybe for the future. Will we be able to have a way to choose our Empire's starting policies, as opposed to having to change them when we get in-game, and then wait years before we can change them again?
There's no such thing planned. It
No.
might be at some point in the future, but honestly, I don't know. It will also be kind of a difficult thing. Because the problem with that is that the game simulation is not in place until you're in game, which means we would have to basically create an entire fake game state to track what you can and cannot do. So we're probably talking I would estimate a month of work to do that.
Ooh, that's a lot.
So
It's a lot of work.
it's one of those things where yes, that would be great if our game was coded in such a way that
Yeah.
it wasn't extremely difficult.
Yeah.
So I
Stellaris 2
would
in
characterize
2020.
it as unlikely.
No, we'll put it in Stellaris 2, coming 2200.
It's good.
Yeah, it's the start year of Stellaris.
Yeah,
so-
I mean, get this before then.
No.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of DLC to bring way up to them.
Ready, steady, do!
So we have someone asking for a starbase manager for when you have a lot of starbases, similar to the fleet manager. Because they find scrolling through the outliner to be
Yeah, no current plans for it, but we're gonna see if we can at least improve the outliner a bit.
there you go.
Just go to the wall. Wherever the fuck you can. Just go to the wall.
I actually want this trade value. Trading
Why the fuck are you walking? Is anyone walking?
trade route.
Oh, you're walking. That's fine.
And now I'm actually gonna send trade from this starbase,
Yeah.
meaning one, to the
I, in
other
general,
starbase,
don't want fire.
meaning that trade
be
will go
honest.
like this, like this, like this.
So why should you do that instead of just sending it directly to Exodor?
I mean, mainly it would go the same path anyway, so it's
Yeah.
kind of not relevant, but in this particular case, but it's also so that you can get a predictable route on it, and you know when you need to do it.
Okay.
And also longer routes are going to be more powers. But at least that's our idea. We haven't really implemented that yet, and we're still experimenting with it, but it's likely at least.
Yeah.
So you will have, it will be advantageous to route by other starbases. Mostly the hope would be questions and chats.
Yeah. It's what we do. We crush your dreams.
Yes.
With dreams of space.
We should fight these dreams.
Nomiko7, we answered that earlier. No rework plan for first combat.
It's one of those things that I'd like to do it sometime, but question of when we can fit it in.
Yeah. People are blaming me for Stellaris.
Kill the Stegodon!
Things that are in EU4, like trade routes.
Yep.
Because I've been into EU4 lately.
Wait, that's exactly how it
Yeah, no, that's exactly.
You
the
just went
marketing.
over to E4 and you took the feature,
Yeah.
and you went up to Jake and you opened this dashboard.
Everyone here.
And then you went
Kill it!
put it into Stellaris.
Yeah,
Is that how you make it?
yeah. It's tactile programming. It's called. Cut and-
Also,
when you cut and paste, literal scissors.
do you know what else is stolen from the E4?
Wow, that was not what I was expecting something completely different there.
No, it's kind of a funny thing, honestly, where it's like, if a feature is remotely similar to a feature in another game, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, you just copied this feature from this game.
Yeah.
Literally, pretty much any feature in any game ever
Yeah.
is by those standards copied. So that's sort of how the creative process works.
Yeah.
And it can even be things where it's like,
Kill
you
it.
have a feature called, let's say, A,
Yeah.
and it's called the same as another completely different feature.
It's honestly
in a
not getting
completely
reviews many as I
different
thought.
genre.
Yeah, yeah.
That people have to.
Why are you suffering?
Yeah, like trade.
It's gotta be the temple
Yes.
cards.
Yeah.
I mean, trade-offs, they have a similarity to before, absolutely.
trying to
but
run.
They're also quite different
Yeah.
in the sense of like how
I mean,
they are routed, their dynamic, etc.
They are still
But-
trade routes.
But we didn't sit down and go, we want the EU4 trade system.
Yeah.
We sat down and we were like, okay, we want a system by which you have to set up trade routes in your empire and protect those. And you can make money by doing so. And where you have to invest in lots of exploiting the civilian economy, and then we design features based on that. And I'm sure, like, we drew some inspiration from EU4,
Yeah.
consciously, because that's how it happens. But it isn't like people imagine where it's like, oh, we need another feature. What features does EU4 have?
Fuck!
Also,
Why are
you should stop.
people
You
messing
should. Oh?
Why are people messing around with my computers?
I don't know.
We can't show this. That is a funny
Wow.
joke that I'm going to delete.
Also, you should stop copying features from your part again.
Yeah, sorry. I'll have IT revoke my copying machine privileges.
Good. Yes, that's how it works.
Yeah.
You go to the copying machine and you copy the feature.
Yeah. No, cut and paste. It uses a scissor and pastes. And the copy, you take the thing, copy machine, put it down, bam, print out a new copy, and then you put it into Stellaris. And you win.
No how else it would work.
Yeah. Oh.
It's a slight shame that this campaign is really gonna go anywhere. It's really strange place.
I mean, you can just get the save and continue playing on your own.
I could. Maybe I will.
Frozen Yakman says, I'm a software engineer and works the same in business software.
I could, but I turned down the Infinity Machine.
Oh,
So I can't.
You screwed yourself.
Well, possibly. Listen, I got to click that option. The only time in my entire life I get to click that option.
Kenkin244 asks why we hate puppies. I'm paraphrasing. Staring at puppies and stars.
Oh.
Well, actually, there is. It is the stars. It's not.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Kind of a puppy.
They run like
Gonna be a
cunts.
puppy.
Canis, I believe, is the common dog.
I hope I didn't fucking wait too long, man.
System
I have my army
Yeah,
and
what you
shit.
were
I
talking
know I did with that first thing of Tyrion.
No.
Definitely did. I was
speaking of-
far too
Yeah,
patient.
You can name it Zeke.
Yes, you can. Can you name it Canis?
I don't think so. Actually, no, I don't think so.
Fair.
So, someone who knows Latin, please tell me the scientific name of dogs. Can we get Chirpy in Stellaris? We're getting some crossover here now.
Sherpy is already installed.
Is it?
Yeah, you have logged into Paradox account, you get the Sherpy portrait.
Oh yeah.
So you're not logged into your Paradox account. I don't know why, because you could be playing as Sherpy.
Oh yeah, Canis familiaris. And then people. Wolf, puppers,
Online
Dogus,
Siege.
Dogus, Doge,
I think it's Dogus.
Order.
Canis domesticus, Canis lupus familiaris, K9 Doge. I created something terrible here.
Level 20.
Yeah.
And just someone who says canine. which is bunny in Swedish,
Yes.
or rabbit.
So I'm gonna replace the luxury residence actually with a gene clinic, which essentially adds a medical worker job. I don't think we have mentioned it before, so I can
No.
show it up a little bit. So gene clinic, already it's done. Basically, medical workers add amenities and they add pop growth speed.
Ooh.
They're a really nice building to build like at the start of a new colony.
Yeah.
I mostly just built these because alloys. Want alloys.
I should make sure I build those because I themed the game I'm playing right now. I themed it. I called the race and empire breeders, and I think you can figure out what the theme is. Just as many pops as possible.
Yes.
So whenever there's like pop growth speed, I'm like, yes, do it.
Get all the pop growth speed.
Hey, no.
Zero compatibility.
Which one is that?
It's the Ascension perk that's not
He already
pop
has
speed.
quite a bit of armor.
Oh no. Well,
But
actually
it
no.
gives pop growth speed, but it's supposed to do another thing.
No, I think I did. Yeah. I think
No.
that's the first one. I was like, yes, this is the one.
It also has an amazing explanation.
The invention of universal sexual biology has revolutionized society, even if it sometimes requires awkward rotations to make a connection. Whoever the content designer is that wrote that, kudos,
Yep.
kudos.
I'll have to make sure they have to find out who wrote it and go.
Yes,
It's
just
very good.
you.
Very wholesome.
After this, you and me both go upstairs and just go. No explanation and just leave. Actually, you're on this floor now, right?
Yep. Which is actually kind of funny because not last week, but 2 weeks ago, I was going to the streaming studio.
Yeah.
I, for some reason, went out into the stair house and I went down to the 5th floor, and then I was like,
Why can't I
Oh.
get in here?
yeah, right. That's wrong.
This is not
So I
even
have
our
to go
office.
back up.
Oh. The things you just get used to doing them, as we talked about earlier.
Oh wait, no. Can I help it?
I'm
Oh, I
familiar
can
with
almost
my
help it.
favorite
So
purchase,
close.
Perkins Polaris. Yes.
I can get these
Pretty
fellas,
much, yeah.
which are an improvement.
We have a question here that is basically boils down to: will we see more civics change other than aristocratic elites? Yeah. I think
Yes.
so, yes.
Yeah. There's
So-
a bunch of civic change here.
There's a bunch of things coming that we can't talk about.
Indeed.
But
Well, we can. We just won't.
yeah, that's true.
Huge.
We are physically possible, but I am also physically possible. It's also physically possible for me to get
Yes.
fired.
Indeed. Why are we not doing so good on consumer goods at the moment?
I am warlord.
Well, you're missing 3 a month.
Yeah.
Torn lesser.
Tell them.
The internal market is kind of
You called?
pain at the moment.
Yeah.
Speak
We
your
don't have,
poison
have
words
access
and
to the
leave.
galactic market yet, so we only have this, and the prices are really
Yeah, I
Not
think
good.
last time we played, the prices were a lot cheaper.
yes.
So that is a change, as you see.
I don't think the price will be quite that punitive on the internal market, but they're not. They won't be very good.
No, I mean, unless you absolutely have to, like you have to with consumer goods,
Yes.
I would not start trading on the internal market.
I guess I can replace one building with a manufacturer. Let's see. I'm 2 pops away. 3 pops away
Futile.
here.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah. if
Stop
I replace it-
winning.
Alariel's champion.
Piece of shit.
I'll replace one
Defender of
else.
truth.
Especially, I want the upgrade tax. Like, we have a lot of raw resources that we could get, so we solve a lot of these problems if we got the like building upgrade tax.
Yeah. Then
Well, still,
you need a lot of strategic resources.
yeah, but we have a ton of this space.
Are we gathering them?
Not yet, but we will be able to.
Exactly.
I mean, look at all these
I
guys.
never added a fucking defense here.
God, I really hope Respawn
I should do that.
implements the highlight so I can see difference between people talking in between each other. And
Did not use that?
we're using a different chat client because we're streaming on both Twitch and Mixer now,
Ah, okay.
and so I want the same chat or both chats in the same feed. the problem is
No highlights. I
th
get
there are no perfect clients for that yet. But I have submitted the feature request.
Makes sense.
I was already facing Last Defenders. It doesn't really count.
Slay no first.
Oh, that's the live stream protector. Apparently they are going for the ride.
Oh,
What?
It seems live tree protectors are tired of protecting the live tree.
yes, that's perfect.
We can go get the live tree, I guess, but
That's not supposed to
Like,
happen.
no, that's really not supposed to happen. They're just
They'll
taking
go
off.
for
They're like,
character.
screw this. I'm going on
I
vacation.
quit.
Not enough warpstone.
Yeah, okay then.
Because John, I hate you. Combine
No,
smack.
blame you.
It's
What do we ask you to
absolutely
do?
terrifying, dude.
He's memeing in the worst possible way.
Cassie Joe memeing.
N- I'm-
That could never happen.
No, that's a bougie concept, if any.
Come on, civilian industries. I'll be done in time, but yeah, this is.
I don't know why Skaven was
Usually
chosen
slightly
for that
better
shit.
paths on consumer goods than this,
Okay.
but oh,
Mm.
there's a lot
Or-
more of things that you need to care about with the new update. Like,
Yeah, I would sell some food like now.
no, it's about to finish. We're gonna be fine.
Alright, bring it on, kids.
You are so close. Yeah.
Guys are at my
Let's
borders.
finish within the month. Yeah.
And there are, yeah, there's artisans working. So as soon as this updates,
Hey!
It's for my
just
trophies.
as planned.
Yeah.
Challenge me.
Absolutely.
Dare you.
Oh.
Like one of those scenes where there's a bomb, like
Yeah.
you always disarm it on the last second.
Yeah. No. Why wouldn't you?
Creates dramatic tension.
Yeah. It makes you look cool. It's not badass to disarm a bomb with 4 minutes left.
No, who would ever do that?
No. Final second. We actually had someone ask what
Yeah.
happens if you run out of consumer goods.
So what happens if you run out of consumer goods is you will get a pretty bad modifier. And this is not implemented yet, but the plan is also if you run out of things that like certain jobs require,
Mhm.
those buildings may start collapsing. Like if you run out of minerals, then alloy foundries may start shutting down because of lack of minerals. So
Mhm.
in general, you
Sure.
never want to run out of resources, and that's how it's supposed to be.
Effectively,
I should be
they
fine.
get to
And
that
apparently I got an
point of
ambush as
activity.
well.
Yeah.
Even though they were
There you go.
besieging my settlement, which doesn't make any fucking sense. So I must have just like went out and then just surrounded them. It's like, but wait, what?
One is here as well.
You get fired. That's what happens when you run out of consumer goods. Oh. Can we get Stellaris
Yes, we
voice?
should definitely get Judgment Corps. That's super useful right now.
Yes.
Also,
Okay, good.
I should also mention that because it was requested, I have written a swap for this for like egalitarian and xenophile and so on empires that, or rather non-authoritarian, non-xenophobe empires that is like less Judge Dredd.
Okay. Nice.
Just because some people didn't like the idea of having Judge Dredd in their egalitarian utopia, which I can understand.
So I've seen a question float by a couple times. Can we get voiceovers from insert favorite influencer here?
No,
And yeah, that's the answer. No. We could make a mod.
you could make a mod.
I'm pretty. There is a dwarf mod that someone made. They recorded their own voice lines, and it's like Tolkien dwarf,
Yes.
not Warhammer dwarf.
There's also a Canadian voice pack.
Oh
which is
yeah,
great.
that one is so good. Oh, there are really good voice packs on
I
the Steam version.
none of them can compare to the EU4 Norwegian mod though.
Oh yeah, the E4 Norwegian mod is good, but that not even that even that pales in comparison to Dash Buy-in.
This is true. Dash buy-in is just too strong.
When I started that game at home, that I've been talking about, I was like, which advices should I choose? Like, Technocrat, good. Load into the game. First notification I get, It's like,
Oh. What do you think? I think we're not interested. Like, you guys don't want to see this, right? No, you don't.
We don't care. uh,
Yeah.
the first notification I get is like, ny krajta I loggen. It's like, oh, I forgot to dash by him.
Nice. Excellent.
Yeah.
Quick, go!
I'm assuming that chat is extremely happy about my decision to take away on that.
What was that? Oh,
I was nothing.
what?
Or it was something, but you guys didn't want to see it.
No,
Don't blame
exactly.
me.
Swift rage. Lol. Oh. Yeah, if you're an influencer, you could record your own mod.
Yep.
You know what we should do?
What should we do?
I just had an idea when I said that. I should ask one of the content designers,
Mhm.
probably Mar, for like just a list of like these are all the things that we can then publish to assist with people making their own voice mods.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all.
Because then you can be like, all right, I have everything here.
Yeah,
You
no,
can make your
that makes sense
Yeah.
actually.
I
I mean, it's not hard to make a new voice, so
No,
it's actually quite easy.
I just want Aspec to make one.
Yeah, that would be good.
Maybe I should wait one. No one would want to hear that. Could I throw
Yeah.
someone else into reactors if I'm a fanatic authoritarian?
No, you can have a penal colony. In case you didn't read today's dev diary, one of the things is that there's two new technologies.
Yep.
One that allows you to make a planet in a penal colony, and one that allows you to make a planet in a resort world.
Yep.
The way penal colony work is that it has increased immigration, massively increased crime, but it produces crime everywhere else. Because people are shantying everything there.
Yeah.
And it's sort of it's Space Australia. And the resort world actually only possible, yes, of course,
Yeah.
and the resort world you can only do if you actually have built nothing on the planet.
Okay.
You can't have built any districts, you can't have built any buildings, actually prevents you from ever building any districts and most buildings.
Okay.
And then it turns the planet into like perfect habitability, because it's like climate controlled and whatnot,
Yeah.
and you get a special capital, and it increases amenities across your empire. So it's like it's a resort / tourist world.
Yeah. So it's Space Florida.
Well, I would assume less alligators.
Yeah. Okay. Space Canary Isles.
Yeah,
Space Mallorca.
space a bit.
Space Mallis.
Yeah, space mollies.
Space Mallis.
Space mollies.
There we go. Can we call it that?
Yes. You can make a resort world and call it space mollies.
Yeah.
I promise.
Could you turn a penal colony or result colony into a normal one? Can you turn it
Yeah,
back?
you can turn it back. You can turn it back.
There you go.
Because eventually that will
Foolish chaos. They believe themselves important.
It hurts me to know so many special projects, but we just don't have the time.
We don't have the time. We only have 55 more minutes. Well, 50. No, sorry.
Well, honestly, let's get rid of the
me and Nurgle
general
who's in the
melee.
booth, was talking about this earlier before the stream. Was like, oh, this clock runs late, so people always like, no, we have 2 more minutes, and then it's like, yeah, but you should have been at. One, it's late by 2 minutes. 2, you should be out 5 minutes ahead anyway.
Have you considered fixing it?
Just-
This seems very difficult.
no. I just
It seems like in
but it's supposed to.
a very small amount of the time you could have spent talking about it.
But I'm not allowed to change the time. It sets
Oh.
automatically.
Well,
So you can,
turn it on.
I don't know why. This
Maybe
specific-
it thinks that this place is so terrible. Ooh. You actually can get the upgraded research complex.
So I blame IT.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
Things are their fault.
Most things are there. No, I can't say that. As a former IT worker,
Most things were your fault.
I refuse to say that. IT are great people.
Yes, but most things are their fault.
Knut Wallason asks, will Blondie fix the clock? No, I can't. I am much upset.
You guys chat need to start a Blondie fix the clock.
Look, if we can get 5,000 people tweeting hashtag Blondie fix the clock,
Then you won't fix the clock.
no, but I'll do it for 10.
They flee!
Sorry, no, wait. If we can get 256 people, specifically 256 people, if it's below, I won't fix it. If it's over, I won't fix it. On Twitter, not in chat. You,
Fight! Attack!
you dumb.
And this is
Why do you make it 43 minutes a month?
yeah, we had like 6,000.
Well, I mean, that's... Yeah.
I'm saying, I missed the time when I made it.
Yeah, you're also not making a lot of energy.
Okay, so now I actually built, I want to show how this works. I built a robot assembly plant. So this is how you get robots. And what it does is that it will get a guy who's a roboticist, contribute assembly points, and the assembly points go to building like the next robot. And you can actually click to choose which kind of robot you want to build next, or it will automatically try to distribute between different robot models. And it can build from any model that you design a template for. If you have robot model, you don't have to have that kind of robot already.
Okay.
And yes, chat, a robot can be a roboticist when you have points. Robots can't build robots, but droids can build droids.
Come on.
So is the I forgot the name of the building already. The
Robot assembly plant.
the robot assembly plant, is that locked by tech?
Yeah. Unless your mechanism works,
Alright.
but it's locked behind the robot stuff.
You mean materials?
No, mechanism. It's a special civic.
Oh, it's a Civic.
Yeah, it's a civic that makes you. It requires
Oh,
materialism.
there are so many things in this
Yeah,
game.
it requires materialism and it makes you start with robots.
There you go, thank you. Droids making droids. Ow.
Get rid of the fucking chariots.
I'm outraged, really.
Oh well.
I would pay for this game again. So good. I mean, it's nice to hear that. Maybe you should buy some DLC.
Could buy the game again.
Yeah, you could. Buy it for a friend.
Or, you know, play 2 copies at once. I'm not, play 2 campaigns. Play multiplayer with yourself.
Yeah. Just 2 keyboards, 2 mice, or you use something like Synergy.
Or get a friend. Play the same.
We done with the City Skylines. I mean,
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I was exceptionally unsurprised.
it was really good though. We have a best of compilation that's unlisted on YouTube. It was really funny. I liked it. And if you don't know what we're talking about, when we released City Skylines on Switch, we had one person sitting here with the left Joy-Con, and we had one person sitting here with the right Joy-Con. They were only allowed to, use half a controller each, and then they tried to build a city. And only Sandra and Anders with Knorr were smart enough to turn on the infinite money.
I don't see any problem with this.
No. Wiz and Blondie Wiz, next Skylines team. No, I think we're done with that gimmick. Also,
Yes.
how dare you?
Excuse yourselves.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry, Chad. Joy-Con.
Joy-Con.
Joy-Con. Jesus Christ. I have an accent, okay? You were complaining about minerals, you get more
I was
minerals.
complaining about it.
Yeah. Now you should be complaining about energy. Maybe having 30 ships is...
Well, I I mean, I should be used to them, actually. I built them for a reason.
Yeah.
Clear out some aliens.
And that's how you get fewer ships.
But I mean, I could fix things, or I could just complain about them and not fix them, and then keep complaining about them. So if you think about it, isn't it more productive to keep complaining?
Now, yes.
This is getting dangerously close to politics. So let's see. Stellaris on Switch.
No trolls.
Stellaris Console Edition is coming to PS4 and Xbox One. If there is enough of a support for a Switch version, we may consider it. But there is no plan for a Stellaris Switch version currently. Oh, talk. Speak of the devil. Is there any chance of adding a mothball mechanic to fleets?
As in like disabling them to... That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
No, it's not something we've actually thought of, but...
Reduce upkeep and then
Damn, they're fast.
Yeah.
have them.
and then it would have to be like damaged on...
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, if we implemented it, it would probably be exactly like in E4.
Yeah.
Speaking of stealing features.
Oh god. I mean, it's probably the best version of that.
And I designed that
mechanic.
mechanic, so I would only be stealing for myself.
There you go. It's perfect.
But yeah, no, that's not a bad idea actually. No promise on when or if it'll even happen, but it's not a bad idea.
I would quite like that. As someone who mothballs fleets a lot.
This was
in
not meant to
PS4.
I mean, you do get reduced maintenance for being docked,
Yeah.
but it's not the same thing.
We have 3 people who have tweeted hashtag Blondie fix the clock.
Not enough people. We need more tweets there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he will never fix the clock.
For Blorg's sake.
Ognog.
Okay, we're starting to have
Aldebaran.
more trouble with piracy here.
Fucking
see.
wrecked. I did not realize that I never actually had my fucking
Taking
own stream
tiny
up.
amount of
Hopefully,
trade
no one
value here.
tried to
Each
talk to me, and I
Swedish
apologize
ship
if they
amount
did.
that's stolen. Amount required before it can spawn fleets.
So will they move into your other systems and
Check that in a
your
second.
star bases?
I've just been watching fucking other people.
I think they just go around
While
wrecking
playing
systems.
myself.
Well, they're all supposed to be stronger. In general, they're too common and they trigger too easily. In
Yeah.
the version we're playing right now, the idea is that they should be something that's rarer but more serious, so
Mhm.
it should be a bit more of a difficult effort to clean them out of systems
More
after
slaves,
there.
more
Yeah.
power.
But it should also really only happen when they get to steal a lot of things, not when they
anyone.
over 3 trade value.
Yeah.
Refused.
But
Hey,
while
get the
they're
fuck
not
out.
Spawning, or while they're not spawned, they can still, they will be stealing trade. So it's not the spawning of the fleet that starts the trade stealing. Correct?
Yes. That is correct. The trade stealing happens anyway. Like the idea is that's the regular piracy.
Yeah.
When there's a fleet, it's because the piracy has grown so strong, they feel confident that they can sort of take control of the system. That's supposed to be an exceptional event, not everyday piracy.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, I realized I never did that play.
Guide us, Horned One.
And yes, I was hoping to get a chance to show off commercial pacts, but
Fight. Good, good.
commercial pact works
Oh,
best.
I thought that was going to be a
Back
teaser.
into tunnels.
That's just gonna waste my time.
Like,
Get out of results.
teasers.
Even great
Yeah,
plans
well, that's not
answer
so
to
much.
me.
It's something I talked a little bit about earlier that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But okay, so commercial pact, I can at least show how it would work. So a commercial pact is essentially an agreement between two empires, and it gives you income equal to 10% of their collected trade value.
Okay.
Or rather, it's
Warlord Quickhead.
it's hard to explain, but essentially because your collected trade value turns into resource at the end. Right now it's just energy, but it can be other things. You get to essentially benefit from 10% of their collected trade value, and they get the benefit from 10% of yours on top of what you already have.
Okay.
So it's good to sign commercial agreements with people that are making a lot of
Will rise up.
trade value,
Yeah.
and obviously AI acceptance will also be based on things like if you have a huge trade network, they will be more likely to want to sign a commercial pact with you. It's not a non-aggression pact.
Yeah.
It can be broken at any time without a truce. they is more likely to accept it if you already have good relations, but it's not something that requires that you are the best of friends. You can still just be like
Yeah,
commercially
that's that one.
mutually beneficial.
All right. And it only costs you influence.
Yes. Actually, we have also made non-aggression pacts cost a little bit of influence, that you don't just sign non-aggression pacts with everyone.
Great.
Oh.
And yes, non-commercial pacts do slightly raise trust over time. So if you're trading for a long time, you will like each other. I think it's a trap.
It's a the ransomeers still never been able to get a good outcome on that.
Maybe they're just not very good at rescuing people. I'll remember this rather. Just if I ever need rescuing
Don't
from a
call me.
ransom situation, I will not call
No.
you.
Don't call me.
Honestly, that the whole thing should probably be a bit rarer.
I mean, I only get it once per
All
game.
tales.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. I don't think it's the sort of thing that should fire every single game.
Well, Ampachi, all worlds are changing for 2.2, but yes, Gaia worlds are still perfect habitability. They are big planets, lots of potential districts.
They tend, well, they're not always big plans.
Oh,
no,
place you
that's
got
true,
left,
no.
bitch.
They
Sorry.
tend to have more rare resources.
Income,
and,
public
yeah,
order,
perfect habitability. And
shrine.
they tend to
Nah,
have,
you fucked up.
like large resource deposits.
Oh, you have no idea, yo.
They're good things.
That's very good.
El Richo, 88.
Unassigned.
One will
To
be
fucking
Stars
who?
Dev
Too
MP.
weak to betray.
And the
That
answer
is
is at some point. Because we have said
Maybe.
no, we have said that
Stop.
we
Yeah.
will do it.
We will do it in
That's just insane.
2038.
Yeah,
He gets one too. I'm so gonna have that shit.
keeps like
And just
tweeting
like,
about
oh,
Stellar
okay.
Dev Clash.
Weird.
And I'm like, dude, come on. He doesn't have that many followers, but he tweets about it.
And he's probably gonna have some more now since
Yeah.
you just said that he tweets secret things.
It was intentional. Oh wait, the mic is on.
Kind of
that
want to
side.
let them live for a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good with our economy now. You see research. is
God, they are
coming on.
fucking everywhere.
We do have research complex on the way, which means we need crystals,
Yeah.
which means we need technical crystals.
Which means we need research.
Yep.
Which means we
Whoa.
circular. Ooh,
That is-
hello. That is a mineral.
Hold
well.
on, that's a 12-sized planet with 13 mining opportunities. Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting.
It literally has more opportunities than.
I have
you can
actually
place.
never seen that before. But yeah, okay, that's
I mean,
a
with-
mining world.
With Master of Nature, you could
Yep.
potentially increase that to be.
Oh yeah.
Seriously?
Absolutely. I think also. Don't know if that's in yet.
Fucking
but
idiots.
Yeah. If you haven't noticed, the expansion finisher has changed.
Adopting all expansion traditions will allow all your planets to build one additional district in addition.
Yep. It's
We will-
essentially plus
nice.
1 planet size to all planets.
That is seriously good.
Yup. Especially if you want to colonize a lot of small planets, which is, you know, very much
Look at
the
that
idea of
bullshit.
expansion.
Yeah. Oh, we have more people tweeting hashtag Blondie fix the clock. We are at 7 people. Remember, I will fix it if we get 256 people. No more, no less.
Why not less?
Because I'm being annoying, and it's an impossible goal
Yes.
for the internet to maintain that. And of course, if it ever goes away from 256,
And also, like we said, if you fix the clock, then you couldn't be complaining about the clock all the time.
exactly, which
And
is
then
more
what would you do?
productive than fixing the clock.
Yeah, because you're doing something, right? If you're complaining, you're doing something. If you fixed it, you have only fixed it, and
Yeah.
then you stop doing.
And now, then I
Something.
don't have anything to do.
And doing nothing can hardly be called productive. Therefore, continuing to complain is more productive than actually fixing something and not complaining.
It's a good paradox. Sorry.
I feel like it makes sense at least.
Nova Draxel 42. See if it's more than 256. I will reset it back again.
Maybe I'll just sneak in and fix the clock. And then you just be sad that the clock is fixed.
Knorr makes a good point. Once there's the right amount of hashtags, I can just go in and do hashtag Blondie fix the clock, and then I don't have to do anything, and I can keep complaining, therefore staying productive. he's a smart cookie, that one.
Indeed.
Let's see.
No.
I do believe defenses armies were
Great
part
warlord.
of the planetary rework.
What are you talking about?
Dev Diaries, defensive armies, planetary defensive
Oh,
armies.
it was part of one of the recent episodes,
Okay.
but then you were like devastation and bombardment mechanics.
Oh yeah, that's one.
Like defense armies are fundamentally more or less the same. The way bombardment works is a little different.
Win
You
back
can actually
our
see it here
house.
on this unfinished interface where
Smell.
devastation is a value
Taste
is
that
between like
good
0 and 100%.
Mhm.
Like you think it is like the planet health bar. As it goes down, it costs penalties to the planet, and pops are more likely to be killed the lower the devastation is.
Mhm.
There's also thresholds, like if devastation is below 25%, armies take less damage. If devastation is below, I think, 50%, FDL inhibitors still work, etc., etc. So
Mhm.
it's a bit simplified in terms of like understanding. It's more clear the effects of what your bombarding is doing.
I feel like it did not actually happen.
Devastation. More stuff stolen from EU4. I'm sorry, but we've opened this.
We opened that
can.
box, I know.
Yeah.
Well, I blame you.
I think it was I think I was the one that brought it up, so
You're right.
I will take responsibility.
You're right. It's your fault.
No, I were IT.
Exactly. It's always your fault. Once you're IT, you
Yeah, absolutely.
can never go back.
Dwag, this is on PC. Xbox is coming. What did it say? I
That
forget
motherfucker
what
needs
it's
to
it's
die, yo.
At some point.
At
He's
some
so close.
I think it's at Q1.
I really wish I could go on that.
Was it Q1?
Maybe.
Guys, hurry the fuck up.
That soon? Channels piracy.
You can tell that the console version is not being done by the PC team by
Yeah.
how very little, like, how very little I actually am in the loop on it. In a sense.
Yeah, Q1.
It's
You're
not
right.
that I can't get the information. It's more, it's very separate from us, and they're
Yeah.
completely separate teams. So
It's being ported by a Australian studio, so it's literally on the other side of the planet.
choices.
Okay, robo modification points, robo modding, or more.
Jesus fucking Christ, where are you at?
Actually, I cannot take neither because we really need more engineering research. So you know, it
Good.
was a difficult choice of neither.
Yeah, exactly.
So now we could actually upgrade the research complexes if we have the right crystals, which we do. We need to extract them.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's distracted by the parts.
Damn, we have some good reverse psychology here.
Mhm.
Do robo modding because of the possibility of leaking new robots.
It's fair.
Yeah, it's a good comment. Oh, and if people didn't know, the people porting Solaris console edition, same company as the ones who ported City Skylines.
Yep.
So you know
They know what they're doing.
they know their stuff.
No, I'm actually gonna take Judgment Corps. We
People,
haven't had any crime events yet. I mean, it's not that high yet, in all
No.
honesty, but
you should increase it.
that seems like a good idea.
What have we been saying the entire time? What is going to happen with this save?
It's going to be perfect and pristine
Yeah,
and
sure.
lovely
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
You're gonna keep playing it.
Am I?
No.
No, exactly.
No, you're not.
Now I'm gonna be playing my breeders.
Fair.
So people are talking about like a corporate tab, and I don't know what they're talking about.
No. We have planet summary, we have population,
I
we
know
have
armies.
armies, and we have planet summary.
Yeah, I don't know
What
you're
corporate
talking
tab?
about. Nothing there.
You guys should really stop making things up.
Yeah,
You're just confusing it.
it's honestly really rude that people are making things up like this in our streaming chats. I mean, it's
I also realized it was probably a good idea to build an anchorage considering it was 30 out of 20.
yeah. Did you not realize? Yeah,
I'm very good at stores.
almost as good as I am.
No, nobody's quite on that level.
No, look, guys in chat, there are only 3 lights.
There are only 3 tabs
Yeah.
and 5 lights.
Someone's been sorry. Yeah.
Let's see, what are people asking for? A lot of things. Asking a lot of things that don't exist.
Our tail's yours.
Nothing's going on, but there are 4 tabs. Seems unlikely.
No, I have 4 lights. I don't get that reference.
No, exactly. There's 3 tabs and 5 lights.
Yeah. I do legitimately not really get that reference
Oh.
because I haven't seen the full Next Generation.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
I asked on Twitter like weeks ago. I was like, I think I should get into Star Trek.
I think you should get
Um,
Star Trek.
Where should I start?
The animated series.
And no, and there were a lot of people who were like, no, you should just start with Next Generation. Some were like, no, go original series. One person was like, Deep Space Nine. And one person was Saturn 3, and I was like, that's not even Star Trek.
I mean, Deep Space Nine is the best one, but I'm not sure I'd start with it.
No. And Shams was like, I legitimately have a list
Kill it!
of what episodes you should watch from the original series, and then watch what you should watch in the rest of the order. And I was like, great, can you give me that? And he was like, yes.
Yes. Yeah, I guess you can.
And then nothing.
Yeah, some. Oh. But yeah, you could probably, at least for now, skip over the original series. It has its moments, to put it like that. And then you can skip most of season 1 of the Next Generation. You can go back to it later, once you actually see the parts that aren't.
I mean, so to give context, I have seen a fair amount of both Next Generation, Voyager, and Enterprise, because they used to run on TV6 and TV4 Sci-Fi.
Yeah.
And so I've seen like handfuls of sporadic episodes that I have no context to. So like I know the stuff, I know the characters, I just don't know the story, basically. And I recently watched I think it started 4 or 5, the one where with why does God need a starship for the first time?
Yeah, the Final Frontiers.
Yeah. And Jesus Christ, those costumes.
Nice.
Yeah! Perfect!
If I recall correctly, that one was specifically like no budget or something for the effects.
Oh, really? It was a very confusing movie, and I was just sad that they had changed the uniforms
Yeah.
from being like very sort of sleek original series
Oh, this is the
to
counterweight.
being very 70s.
You mean the pajama?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's It's not
They're
good.
very hard to run. Apparently, one of the things, like, there's an episode, I think you know that there's an episode where Picard becomes Borg.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
two-parter.
thought.
And so, in that one, they sort of wrote him out because they were trying to come back.
Yeah.
So they wanted to open up for him being killed and
Mhm.
Riker taking over. And apparently one of the things that he demanded to come back to the universe because they were so uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. They don't look comfortable.
No, they were
They're-
apparently like among the worst thing you could wear.
Ah. They are well designed. New generation. Because the thing about Star Trek uniforms is that they are on two sides of a spectrum and never in between. It's either they look like something I could see, like, all right, in 200 years or 300 years, when is Star Trek set-ish?
Yeah,
4 years?
it's a couple of years.
In a couple of years, I could see that being like a future thing, very like sleek and whatever. And then there's like, this is something that was made in
Yeah.
the past.
Let's see, the next generation is 2300s. Originally it's 2200s.
All right, so it's
It's
a couple-
Stellaris era.
Yeah, it's a couple of hundred years, and it's like they're just ugh.
But yeah.
Do we want to get a rant up in here and I ask you what you think of Star Trek Discovery?
All I'm saying is what you should definitely watch is the animated series.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I have seen all of Star Trek Discovery, and I liked it.
It's not all bad.
No, and I appreciate it because I know it's not Star Trek for what Star Trek is.
Yeah.
Similar to the
I
new
don't-
movies.
We shouldn't get into it. But
Okay.
like it's pretty like in a sec. But it sounds like it's not bad. It's like pretty enjoyable to watch.
Yeah.
I would have some problems with it in terms of a Star Trek thing, but honestly, I think we talked enough about that.
Okay, sure.
Can you let me fucking recover? This poor bitch. Let him heal.
That's very unsmoothly.
At least I killed the
taken
fucking
to
man.
somebody else.
So, everyone's talking about
Space Battleship Yamato. What do you think about Space Battleship Yamato? I haven't actually seen it, but it's apparently they literally turned the Yamato into a spaceship.
I don't know
I
what
think
you're
you can have
talking
such
about.
a space battleship Yamato, because otherwise you're just gonna get Hoi 4 related things.
Sure. Space Battleship Yamato.
Victory!
It's a manga.
Each one of
No,
them.
it's also an anime, at least one anime, I think.
1974. Wow. Okay.
Kill, slaughter.
That sounds awesome. I'm gonna read this.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Inferior
The art looks
weakling.
terrible.
I mean, there's... Yeah,
Well, it's... No.
yeah.
Most masterful
Yep.
of masters.
Okay.
Like I said,
It's a
it's
Blu-ray.
literally they turned the Yamato into a spaceship.
Do not displease me.
Anime, what do you expect?
They also have, like, they have fighters. Like, not spaceships. Just
Of
like
course you
air
have.
fighters.
They repurposed the fighters into spaceships, I'm guessing.
What is... Oh my god.
Like I said, I haven't actually watched it, but I want to sometime out of just like curiosity.
Yeah. No, this art doesn't actually look that bad. Okay. Leaving, leaving that.
Attack! Attack!
Why the fuck do you have walls? God damn it.
Oh my god, for a real question.
I mean, basically.
54
the
5.
will be collected by
Jesus
whoever has
Christ, dude.
Or I believe the tiebreaker in case is 2, which is higher level, or and things like that. So you can't collect the same trait value
Stick
twice.
of
That
command.
seems ethically
Exploited.
questionable.
Lars Twitter is not trolling Twitter. Oh, what is someone doing? I don't know who's controlling Lars
You
Twitter
stream
today.
part of watch an anime.
Not a good.
Blessed.
God, now I have
Oh my god, there's so many
No,
fucking
me
magical bitches.
Blondie watches Star Trek.
Blessed. Blessed. Blessed.
I mean, if we don't
Fucking
capture any of the
solar
sound,
engine blessed, dude.
we can
What
make
the
it like,
fuck?
like a riff track.
No, it's just a reaction. They don't actually
Me
get to see what
alone.
you're
Oh.
watching. It's just a camera pointed at you while you're watching it.
We could do that. We could record it here. It's perfect.
Hmm.
It's great as well because we could legitimately do that really easily.
Yes, you can create something of extremely questionable entertainment value.
Okay,
Yeah, there are only 3 tabs.
so
was
Lars,
poison
at
and
Lars
magic.
Game. Go follow it on Twitter. Just tweet it hashtag. There are only 3 tabs.
I'm very
Where
proud.
the fuck are you going? Where are you going? You were over there. Are you trying to fuck with me?
No, we have
I've done nothing to you. Leave me alone.
then. We have these guys here, we have these guys there, and we have Marauders here. Maybe I should find the Marauders.
I might lose.
So how do
Geotic
hostile
window.
fleets, aliens, enemies, for example, when you're in a war, interact with trade routes and trade value?
Okay, so we have bubbles.
Oh
Yeah, we can just...
That will incur
no,
my wrath.
no, no!
No.
Adopt it, concede.
God,
Mm.
no.
So back to the question: how does trade value?
I have to
and trade
actually
routes and everything
Do you really-
Last,
Yeah.
and I'm pretty sure these cunts are just
Really?
like designed to just keep going back and forth.
Sorry.
Holy
So
shit!
trade
I think I
routes,
did wait
trade
too
value
long,
and everything,
dude.
How does
I was too
hostile fleets,
slow.
interact
Dealing with
those
fucking
two
Mulder
they
and
I
with
believe we should check
Mordkin.
the route, but I'm not... I would have to actually look into exactly how that works.
But I needed the fucking
There's a mod.
oh,
Of course
Jesus.
There's a mod for Space Battleship Yamato.
We should play with it next time.
Yeah. I don't know if we can.
No, probably not.
Oh, it would be so great though.
Well, we're apparently rivals with the elves now.
Oh no. However, will we survive for another less than 18 minutes?
Seems difficult.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm gonna.
Let's see if Bubbles has...
I haven't eaten yet. Maybe it's fucking. I don't know. I'm gonna go eat.
Can you make
no,
the
we have some robots.
God damn it.
So robots are like so the way it works is I'm actually gonna bring up the tech now. Previously we had like different levels